You know what? Only bad things make people laugh. You can't believe what's making me. I just thought about the day Pam and her overdressing from morning till night.
Fashion
She almost fell down.
Fashion police.
To be honest with you, I think you guys have heard about the happenings in the country, like
Which
all
one?
the
There's
noise.
many things happening. Is it from Akpos or who?
I mean, I turned on my BIS. You know, for a very long time, I haven't been on BB, but I told you, the first thing I saw was about the legal age for marriage now in Nigeria is 13. And I almost had a heart attack because, I mean,
BB,
I couldn't believe. I thought it was a
Facebook,
joke.
It's everywhere.
I thought it was a joke.
My dear, that's the news of the news of the moment. Is just that.
But you know,
after
I heard about it, I was so sad. But after a while, I began to read up on certain things. The fact is, different people saying different things. So I began to do my own little research. And I found out that it wasn't exactly the way I heard it, you know.
What exactly are you on about? Because...
Well, I also heard that the National Assembly have come up to say that was not what they said.
Oh, yes. I just got the news now.
Another
that the national, no BB message. The National Assembly says that Nigerians were misinformed concerning the legal age for marriage. That's
misinformed by who?
Help me.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know who misinformed.
Okay,
us.
basically,
wait. They were talking about the renouncing of...
oh, yes, that's what I found out. As I was reading, I heard that the National Assembly actually said that they were referring to renunciation of citizenship, which meant that you can only be 18 years old before you decide whether you don't want to be a Nigerian or not.
And then, listen again. Wow. Okay, listen to where the clause, you know, the misinformation, so they say, comes from. It says that they only said that if you are below 18, and you're married, you are allowed, as long as you're married, even if you're 13, 18, 16.
Hello, who marries a child?
Allowed to renounce your citizenship.
Okay, wait.
That's what they said.
Isn't that in a way suggesting that it's okay to marry
any age, at any age?
13-year-old, a child. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Now
listen
now.
Anyone who thinks that it's okay to marry a child is just a perv. Truth of the matter is there's a kind of a lacuna, like the legal people will call it. I don't know how that came about. Yes. Yeah. What are you saying? We can't renounce our citizenship until we're 18, but it's okay for a girl. Citizenship has nothing to do with gender.
Whether
exactly. You're a man, I think it's a cover-up. That's what I think.
To be honest, I haven't offered you guys a drink.
No, not at all.
Oma. We're here. How far? Yeah, to be honest with you, that's what we've been talking about. Obi and Rahina at my house. That's what we've been talking about. Stop shouting, take it easy, don't give yourself hypertension. I know you have many daughters, that's why you're so... Don't worry, this is not a phone conversation. Come to the house. Are you coming?
Yes.
You're with Pama. Come with Pama, of course. We're hanging out here. Okay. Don't worry. Just come. We're waiting. See ya. Oma. She's just shouting her lungs out.
How old is the first daughter?
Like I'm the...
She's less than 13.
I'm sure I'll look for a suitor for her.
No. You must be joking.
Don't eat me, please.
What do you want to drink? What would you like to drink?
What are you offering?
You don't look like you're 18 years old yet.
Huh?
She's not 18, no.
Yes,
okay, at this going rate, I'm 5.
Oh,
Since 13 is the cutoff age right now.
Please give her something like
Ribena.
Yeah.
Ribena here.
And Ribena goes with her name.
Ribena.
I'm not laughing.
Well, this is Repartee, where I, Susan West, is hanging out with my girls. This is Obi and this is Rahina, and my other friends are coming in soon. So just stay. Anyhow, let me get you the drink.
I want the cocktail drink, please.
Cocktail?
Yeah.
That's what you go drink. I'm going to bring Agbalumo. No, what's that one? Jelly thing.
Which one is that?
There's one drink they use for those days when I was 13. They used to advertise.
What's the name of the drink?
Some kind of drink, Sha. Who speaks Yoruba? You speak Yoruba.
Bongo Nishe.
What?
They call it Bongo Nishe.
Bongo is she.
Talk, backstabbing. Talk is all you do. Talk behind my back. Talk, ignore yourself and play. Talk is all you do. Talk behind my back. Talk, backstabbing. Talk is all you do. Talk behind my back. Talk, ignore yourself and play.
Hello, girl.
How you doing?
She's 13.
Where's my baby?
Hi,
Just come to
Jerry.
the shop. What happened now?
No, worry. Don't
I'll
be
Hey,
back.
girl.
Hello, Jerry.
Ryan,
Yeah.
he's somewhere. The guy
How
is,
you guys
is all
doing
grown
now?
up.
We're fine.
Man.
Thank you. It's been a long
What's going on?
Fashion police.
Fashionista. Guess what, Pam? I couldn't stop laughing.
She was talking about you before you came, actually. All I was talking about your
All I could
phone.
remember was you and this, you're overdressing, whether you have occasion.
No,
Always
no.
on P, on point.
Yes.
No, no.
I
That's a
remember
good
the
boy.
day you were psychedelically walking and almost fell down all ceremoniously.
Don't remind me.
No, seriously. How far? What's going on?
Oma, you know what? I said calm down. See, I beg, just take a drink first.
Wait.
Mother of many nations.
I have
know you have
girls.
your
That's my problem. I have girls. What's happening?
Here you go.
Cheers, yeah?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Let me tell you the truth. I was
Tables.
palpitating when I first heard it, but you have nothing to worry about. Even National Assembly has come to even say we did not
Don't
say
say
so.
that.
That
Wow.
is one step in the right direction. Something we just want to hear.
Cover
Is
up.
They said that what they were trying to amend in the Constitution has to do with renunciation of citizenship, which simply means that you cannot change your citizenship until you're 18.
But if you're married before 18,
That is where the problem is.
That's where the
That is
clause-
where the confusion is.
confusion
How
came
can you
from.
say, but if a girl is married before she's 18, why should a girl be married before she's 18?
Who marries
in this
a
time
child?
and age.
Thank
My
you.
dear.
Who does?
I don't know, some people get married to children of 13. Haven't you heard?
And what is that child supposed to be doing for you, please?
I wouldn't know.
How can a child?
Cooking or what?
I wouldn't know, dear. I wouldn't know because...
To be honest with you, even at this age, I don't know what I'm doing. I hardly know my left from my right. I feel like I'm still
A
growing.
lot
You
of
still
people
sick.
don't know what
Looking
they're
back
doing.
in hindsight, I'm thinking, I thought I knew it all. So then you want to marry a 13, 14, 15-year-old, as in, how's she going to refer to you? Daddy?
Daddy.
or
No.
love
There's
or-
one thing I saw.
uncle.
Wait, there's one I saw. He said, actually, if you're dating a man who is older than your father, then you don't have the right to talk about this 13-year-old.
issue.
Exactly.
We are
Yes.
fighting for you.
You fall into that category.
Yes.
You know? So, Amma, how old is your first child? Your first daughter?
She's 6.
6?
But very soon.
No, don't worry. I have a shoot off her.
No.
Ah!
See,
Sorry,
just be careful. It's not a joke.
No, this is
This is
serious.
something
No,
someone was
seriously.
talking about, and I said it's not a joke.
All
You
of
can joke
you-
about everything,
Everybody
but
has
this
to
is
be
not.
serious at the same time. Hello.
Leave me alone, Joe. I'm talking of something very serious.
Do you guys know about this girl, Malala Yusuf? The Pakistani girl that was
Yeah.
shot. In a time like this, in a generation where people are talking about making sure that children, child especially, is educated. They even have a Malala Day in the United Nations now. See the kind of her birthday was celebrated there, and the entire world stood up to sing happy birthday to her. It came like wildfire. They didn't
Yes,
expect
and they
the
didn't expect
response.
the kind of
My joy is the way the Nigerians
Stood up.
The way we fought and didn't look back. Because usually they just throw things at us and then
We
we
just
take it
keep
all
quiet,
back.
we
But
just
it's
sit
even
down.
something worth talking about. Is it even
That's the power
something
of
worth
democracy.
actually talking or deliberating about? Is it
But
something
to be
honest with you,
when we have things like energy, things going on that they should focus
it's
their minds on?
It's unfortunate grammar. Unfortunate that we should be talking about things like, can you imagine? Stop laughing. I speak better English than you. You know, the truth of the matter is, by now we should be thinking about sending people to the moon. We haven't even gone. And then
I'm not saying that if a girl is 18, if a girl is 13 and she's married, that she has the right to contest for presidency or anything.
to vote.
Oh, she can't even vote. So why is
No,
she
she has to
getting
vote, though.
Why?
No,
How?
she has to vote.
if she can get married, she should
No,
vote.
she can renounce.
Even at that, look at the medical side of it, the
Exactly.
VVF thing.
Oh, have
Somebody
you-
gave me a graphic picture of what it looks like for a child to give birth to another child. And it just came home. Let me tell you what, it's kind of like you can imagine even as adults, grown-up women, sometimes you have it difficult and they have to tell you. And then this child, if she makes it, that's if she makes it, begins to stink and
time out.
Time out what?
This is so gross. How can people just sit and listen and give their kids away when things like this are happening? We have hospitals everywhere, and things like this, it's sick. It's sick. People like that should be shot. Both the parents and the grooms.
Because poverty is not, a lot of people say because they were poor. Poverty is no license to give your child away as some kind of...
What do you get? Even if you're poor,
like trade by barter.
When your child gets married, what do you get?
It's like a trade by barter.
No. How much would they give you?
That's
how much
flimsy
is the
excuse. Flimsy, very flimsy.
It's very flimsy.
At that
You can't
age,
tell
at
me
18,
that.
you should be looking forward to university, working,
guess what?
meeting people. Then you're not going to go to someone's house and just sit down like that.
No, but excuse me,
Then start cooking.
Is this girl going to wake up in the morning and say, darling?
No, she's
Good.
Hi, honey.
Daddy.
No, listen, when she's serving him,
Imagine the birds.
when she's serving him, she has to go on her knees.
That kind of
Daddy,
thing.
I brought your morning food. Then he goes like, my baby, come and sit down
must
on
be
my
a
lap.
sick
Let
man.
me feed
Very
you.
sick.
Because that child is still to be fed.
Yes, please.
So I wonder, a person that is backed,
Yeah.
can that person still back another person?
Of course not.
A 13-year-old girl
The way to be
cannot even take her back
Imagine
properly.
how the pregnancy. Just imagine that.
She cannot even take care of herself.
Even when I see
She
slim
can't even
people
wash
with
her body.
pregnancy,
properly.
I pity them. Talk more in a
Skinny
child.
people. Very-
Like, maybe if you are mature, that you're slim.
because he's waiting.
You feel bad. You don't feel as if you should help them.
Exactly.
But imagine that a child that is not yet.
Matured enough.
Let me assume.
Strong enough.
We shouldn't be talking about early marriage now when we have more than enough victims.
Victims.
From early marriages,
Yes, now the VVF thing now.
the VVF
Honestly,
thing.
do you know, when
Do you
I was
know what that
reading, I
means?
realized that there was a bill or whatever that was passed in the United Nations, and some countries signed to it. And from what I heard, it came home, something that has to do with protecting the girl child or educating.
That every girl
I can't
child boy is to be
remember.
educated.
Yeah, but then I'm shocked to find out that in this day and time that about 12 or 13 states, they say
In
haven't
Nigeria.
signed up to it. And the most shocking one is that,
It's the North, I'm sure.
to be honest with you, I read up that, I don't know how true it is, but I read up that Enugu has not even signed up to it. Oma, where are you from? Enugu?
Yeah.
You're here worrying us in Abuja. I don't know what you're doing.
Over your girls. You should protect the girls.
Yes.
It's time to.
Can you imagine? That's not something they should think about for a second.
Actually, I thought I thought this country has really grown past that gender problem where you keep the girl child here and you keep the male child here, where the male child is more preferable to the female child. I thought we had passed that stage.
We haven't.
No, we were going on right now. We haven't.
No.
No, let me tell you what's going on. What's going on is we
were
as
misinformed.
women, we
Let's
have
just say
always
that.
played second fiddle.
Misinformed
from time
by who?
immemorial.
I don't know.
Misinformed by who?
By BBM.
See, so
By
it's a
social
situation
media.
where, unfortunately, men take decisions that concern women, and so a lot of
expect
times
us to-
it is final.
Yes.
My dear.
And we have women in politics, we have women in decision-making places, and I think this is the time that they should stand up and speak up.
Seriously.
Yes,
Seriously.
I agree.
No, they are.
Because
Yes.
these marriages, there's nothing like LOVE.
They all married
There's
at the
no
normal
love.
age. They
There's
all
no
got married at the
love.
normal
You're
age.
talking about love.
Can I
There's
come
no
in
love.
here?
Who cares
Can
for
I
the
come in here?
child?
You know the funniest thing is that these days, today, this present day, we have a lot of divorces happening today, even by matured people.
It's the
Talk
reigning
more.
So
thing.
what do you expect?
Talk more
Talk more.
when you,
of a child.
don't even
more,
say divorce,
please.
because the
Talk
truth is
more.
a child cannot divorce. First of all, she's a prisoner.
Okay.
Exactly.
She's a prisoner.
She is a
No, but when
person.
An
she
older
goes,
man
what
takes
happens?
her and boggles her, and she doesn't have,
And kills her
any
childhood.
voice.
She doesn't have a childhood. She doesn't have anything to think about.
No
And
experience.
another
No
question,
experience, no school,
another
no
question,
nothing.
what I don't get is, when this 13-year-old child is going to the husband, supposed to be husband's house, is she supposed to go with a nanny? No, for you.
She'll go with
She'll go alone because she's a wife.
Because she's a
After all, we all went
slave.
alone.
No, she's going alone because she's a slave. A slave doesn't need a nanny.
Exactly.
She'll do everything.
Yes,
She'll even
that's
clean
what
the
she
shoes,
is.
I'm sure, in the morning.
If you marry a girl who is under 18, she's a slave. You know, modern day slavery. I remember when I was 13, the things I used to do. I used
I
to
was
play.
playing.
I used to
I remember.
Still on Repartee. We will be right back. Don't go nowhere. still hanging with my girls. Oma just walked in, Palmer just walked in, and of course you met Obi and Rahina. And I am, of course, Susan West.
Talk, 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 that stuff. Talk, talk, talk is all you do. Talk, 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 you're gonna say it.
NTA Entertainment features all the weekly updates you need to know on entertainment. Hang out with all the stars all the time on Entertainment This Week, packaged to keep you up to speed with the entire goings-on in the world of entertainment. Don't forget to join us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Entertainment This Week airs at these times on NTAE.
I remember when I was 13, the things I used to do. I used to play.
I remember.
I was brought up in the village, honestly, not in a town like this. So there's one game we do that is a kind of tricycle. Sometimes we go out at the moon, we play in the moon. That's why we say Brichicho, Dan, that Brichicho, Dan, that we not chasing each other, something like that. This time around, we don't play that kind of game again.
Rough thing like on the floor, ground, things like mangolo, something like that. Yes, something like that to play. It was really, really fun. Let's be frank about it, because you can't compare those days and now. Now you can't even see children doing those things nowadays. All of them say, I'm not a big girl, big boy, but then there's nothing like big, you must do it.
I love playing football a lot, and we remember in those days we play football without boots, use your leg, you always go play football in waters during the rain.
I remember as a 13-year-old, Somina, Obi, all the names your parents have ever called you.
Apparently, I prefer that name, yeah?
So,
Which one? What's the name? What's the name?
Somina.
Somina,
You can call me
beautiful name.
Somina. You can call me Obi.
Sammy, baby.
Yeah, that's my
Sammy. You don't want to be again.
As a
Hello,
fact,
Obi.
please.
Obi again.
Somebody calls me that name, and anytime he calls me that name, I tell him,
Tell
please
me.
don't call me that name.
Are you serious?
Tell me, as a 13-year-old, what do you remember? What were the memorable things? Something that stood out that you can just...
Can I remember? Oh, 13, I was in GS.
And you were in a boarding school, because I know
Yes,
you
I
were
was in the boarding school. I was in the convent school then.
Wow.
And there was one incident that happened in my school then that really, I can't ever forget till I die.
Tell us.
So there's this girl that came to our school all the way from the village. She's never been to township before. So that school, and it was a boarding school, that was the first township she came to. She doesn't know how to speak English. She speaks only Igbo. Her name is Caroline Okafor.
She's your sister.
I don't even know where she is right now.
My sister.
And then everybody knows that she doesn't know how to speak proper English. She doesn't even know how to speak English at all. And then people keep, going to look for her trouble because they just want her to say something. And then there was this day, DSP Ugochi went to her. I think they had this, I don't know if you did it in your secondary school, where you have your chemistry notes, you give it to somebody that has written
some people are
biology
fast
notes.
writers, you write and you copy from,
You copy and then you return the notes back. So there was a day Ugochi and this Caroline Okafor, they were having a problem. They were quarreling, so they were running around the class, and then our Yoruba teacher, she was a youth corper, and she didn't know how to speak English. She's a Yoruba woman, and she didn't know how to speak English. So
The teacher?
she didn't know how to speak English.
Okay.
So there was no way she could even help matters in this case. Caroline and Ugochi, they were quarreling. So the anti-biology nurse said, please, Caroline and Ugochi, what's the problem? What happened? Then Ugochi was like, excuse me, auntie, about Caroline's exercise book. I've not finished copying, but I have to finish before I give it back to her. And she's been disturbing me to give it. Oh, anti-biology said, okay, that's okay. Yeah, Caroline Okafor. What happened? Carol went dumb.
Carol went dumb.
She was just
Dumb.
thinking
And
how
then
to.
She was looking everywhere. Auntie Bolaji said, Caroline, what happened? Talk to me. Hi, Carol. She was explaining herself to the teacher. I was like, hi, Carol. She pointed at Ugochi. Ugochi. May exchange.
May exchange.
May in Igbo is May exchange.
May in Igbo means make.
We made exchange.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Carol. Ugochi. May exchange. Chemistry notes. And then the teacher was like, the teacher was lost because she didn't even understand what Caroline
She has
was
explained herself.
Yes.
But she explained.
She has tried.
The teacher was like, Caroline, continue. What happened next? She couldn't go further. She didn't know what to say again. She tried. She summoned courage, tried to speak the English in her mind and everything. It couldn't come out. So she just said, Nasu Ugochi, yes, chemistry, Ugochi Simba. So even the teacher fell on the floor. She couldn't judge the matter again. She was just laughing. She was like, Caroline Okafor.
Kai.
He said, oh, that's Auntie.
What's that?
I've finished telling you.
Do you know what? She said this and she just reminded me of, I think I was about 12 or 13 years old. And then some of my cousins and my relatives, you know, came to live with us. And so they couldn't speak English. And my dad, you remember now? And then my dad said that we should stop speaking my language, Kalabari, to them. We should speak English so they can learn English. So that time, sometimes you like do something wrong and then you put it on the other person's head. So they were trying to judge this case. So they called my cousin. She's now late. Michelle, they called her to explain. At that time, she couldn't speak English and she had to explain what had happened. So I finished talking. I gave my own version of the situation. They asked her, talk now. She just said, Michelle, what happened? She just said, then she just said, she became a devil.
There's no need to explain anything. Let me just use my hands to tell you.
Why can't you talk? It was crazy. It was crazy.
So what do you remember?
I remember when I was 13, I could cry.
Even at 13.
I could cry.
You still should see water coming up
The
from your
only
eyes.
person I had strength over was my brother. God rest his soul. I was just a cry baby.
As even
And that's
when
all.
they don't beat you or what, you just start crying.
No, if
You
I
have
want
to-
something, if I want
Okay,
if
to
I
get
want something
attention.
you can't give me, I'll cry.
You're
If you
spoiled.
give me not on time, I'll cry. If you shout too
You're
much,
spoiled.
I'll
If it's
cry.
not enough, you cry.
She's very spoiled. She's still spoiled
Yes.
till tomorrow.
My mom will be like, no, I was hiding Paco, don't go there. My mom will be like, oh, I didn't beat you. I just advised you on your crying. Okay, let me beat you so that you cry very well.
That's what I did to my son. He's crying and nothing's happening. I
Yes.
said, oh, you want to cry? Should I give you a reason to cry? Because if someone asks you now why you're crying, there's no reason.
What's going on?
So
I remember the first time I wore a bra.
at 13,
Tell me about it.
It
Yeah, why
was
not?
white, yes.
It was what
It was a white bra.
I used to be white kind of bra.
Yes.
I used to be white.
Sorry?
You mean I used to be white kind of bra?
Yeah.
I used to be white.
The bras, they start with white.
Yes.
And then it
After a
changed.
while.
Okay, yes,
And then I used to be white.
you're a bad girl. Yes, I used to be white
Oh,
in
yeah.
that time. Then I even
Anyway.
used to sew, like, you know this pad they use here?
Shoulder pad.
I would sew it into this place.
bra.
Yes, because I didn't have enough then, so I had to sew it inside to make the...
Can you imagine? You're lucky you're not born today.
And I'll bring out the hand. Make sure I'm wearing sleeveless. The hand will be like... I'll make sure it's...
Showing off your
yes,
bra.
I'll show, of
Your
course.
breast show.
Yes.
showing off
You're not the only one who did it.
No.
The first time I wore a bra, I made sure that it always fell out of my...
Yes.
Even when someone says, your bra has a shade, I say, oh, then I'll put it out again.
Remember those underskirts? Remember those ones that have the next thing? Then you wear a skirt that has a slit, then you make sure the thing is showing.
The underskirt is
How
White
old were you when
no,
were you born then?
Reina, you born? You up to
When
18?
Shabba skirt was going.
No.
Sorry, what's
Shabba.
Shabba skirt?
What are you saying?
Shabba skirt.
Here's my drink.
Guess what?
No, Ribena.
Guess what?
Ribena, please.
We have to reconvene. You know, I was about to go out before you guys came.
Wow.
As usual, too much gossip and talk, so don't let me go out. In any case, I've had a great time. Rahina, thank you. This is where we call it a day on Repartee. I am Susan West, but just before you go, once again, my friends, Obi, Palma, Ormaz, and Rahina. But remember, no child should be married. To be honest with you, I mean, what should a child be doing? A child should be allowed to remain a child until the child becomes an adult. Please, if I cannot vote, please don't marry me. Daddy, mommy, please protect me. Make sure they don't take me away. I depend on you for protection. Thank you, and see you again next time. Bye.
Talk, 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 that stuff. Talk is all you do.